I had a zombie apocalypse dream. I forgot to tell you guys about that. It was so creepy. So creepy. Okay, so what was happening? Okay, let me start telling you about this. Okay, I watch a lot of zombie stuff, okay? So I'm like, okay, zombies, they're so cool. I watch Walking Dead. I watch Zombieland. I watch Resident Evil. I watch my brother play zombies. I try to get him to let me play zombies. He won't let me play zombies because there's only one remote. I wonder why. Because I think I broke it. There's a lot of questions that I don't want to say and I don't want to answer. That doesn't make sense. Oh well. Okay. This happened in my zombie apocalypse dream. Okay. So me and a bunch of my friends, even though even though two of my friends that were in my dream moved, I don't know why they were in my dream because I haven't seen them over about um 8 or 7 months. I don't know. I'm kidding. No, 4 months, 3 months maybe, 3 months maybe because I knew both of them moved. Well, one of them 4 months, and then like a month later the other one moved, which was horrible. But they were one of my best. They were two of my best guy friends. So me and a whole bunch of my friends. I don't know why we're kids, but we got a free vacation thing to go on a vacation, and for some reason we could drive. I don't know why, but I was the one driving, and then like my friend Austin, he was sitting right next to me in the side seat, and then my friend Hayden was sitting in the back with my friends Taylor and Aaliyah and um, Georgia. Huh, forgot. Okay, but they were all sitting in the back seat. I don't know how because there was only three in the back seat and then four. Well, I guess Georgia was sitting on Hayden's lap. I don't know why, but she was. They might have been dating. I don't know why. But she never liked Hayden in school. I don't know why. It's just so weird. Don't ever repeat this. Okay, but ever. Okay, so they were in the back, and I was driving. Like it was a miniature car for like kids or something. So I was driving. I don't have a driver's license. That's what makes it fun. And I've actually driven a car before. I almost crashed into a tree, letting my dad grab the wheel. Okay, I'm a horrible driver except when it comes to four-wheelers, bikes, and go-karts. Yeah, things that I can actually drive. Yeah. Okay, so back to I'm skipping away. Okay, so back to my dream. Yeah, stupid thing. Back to my dream. Stupid shit, making noises like a party, but I'm not. It's my squeaky chair. See, like it makes that noise. It's weird. Okay, so, back to my dream. Okay, so we were driving in a car, and I have no idea where we were going, but I think it was Las Vegas, and there's like a lot of places in Las Vegas where it shouldn't be. But it wasn't Las Vegas. I think it was New York or something like that. But it was somewhere with like a big cities or something, and we got in this really fancy hotel, and then we were all staying in one room, except there was like it was kind of like divided. Like here's one whole area for like girls, and then over here was like the boys area, like their own room, and then there was like a little door for like us to like go through, like to see one another, but like yeah, like that. And like in between that door, there was a little hallway. So if you open that door, and there was a hallway to that way, and then there was the bathroom, and then a window, and then the other door to go into the boys' room, and then the same thing to do with the girls' room. But okay, so the boys were in one room and the girls were in the other. And we had like mattress beds and stuff like that, but oh well. Okay, so what was going on like after that when we first got there, then we were like, oh cool, we're on vacation, we're gonna have so much fun and everything like that. Like cheerleaders, yeah. No. Me and my friends were cheerleaders. We were just all pumped. Yeah. If anything, the boys were cheerleaders. Yeah. Don't know why. Okay. So what happened after that? And we got it, and we got like in the room, and then we got, and then like the first thing we did, like we were pretty hungry, so we decided to like go downstairs. Or like a couple of grown-ups were. Wait, there was grown-ups with us. There was. And like I think it was my cousin who's with us. I don't know why, but she's actually really cool. She really is. She's really responsible. Thank you, Whitney. Okay, so I didn't say her name. Okay, so what happened was that she was there with us. No wonder. Guess I forgot for a second. But oh well, but there was a grown up with us, and I'm thinking it's my cousin Whitney. I don't know why, but I think she was there. So sorry if I'm talking too fast because I'm hyper. I have soda this morning with my cereal. I know I shouldn't have that, but I did. Oh well. Okay, so my cousin Whitney was there, and so we all decided to go down and get some food. So we went down there, and then like we were eating some food and stuff, and then we decided to some of my cousin Whitney, she left her car keys in the apartment. So she went back up to go get them, and then she left us kids down there. And then we were like eating and everything. And then we noticed that there wasn't very many people there. And when we were driving to our New York place, because my cousin lives in New York. Okay, or I think she did. Yes. Well, she did live in New York. So, okay, and so like we were there, and when we were driving through, we didn't see like anybody, like no one was there. And then I was thinking like, oh wow, it must be like a fantastic sale at a mall or somewhere. I don't know. I've been to a very little mall. I don't know why, but I love clothes, and I love Macy's. Macy's is my true love of clothes. Oh well, and they have awesome shoes there. Oh well, back to what I was saying. Okay, so like no one was there, and then like we were the only ones there, and lucky there's like a buffet set up, so we just got our own food, and then like it was like maybe an hour and a half later, and my cousin hasn't come back yet, and then we all started to like freak out, saying like, oh, where'd she go? Did she get kidnapped or something? And I was thinking like, oh no, my cousin's way too smart to get kidnapped. She'd probably like beat him up or something, and then like come back to us and say, okay, who has a phone? Phone, please, I just beat the heck out of this guy or girl or whatever happened. I was thinking that. I was like, okay, well, I don't know what happened to her, so always little excited. There's trash on me. I don't know. Okay, and so our us me and my friends decided to go like on a little search hunt for it, and we were like looking and looking, and then we went down this one hallway with like a flight of stairs, and then we looked over at the flight of stairs, and it had blood all over it, like blood, and like it went up to like the very top ceiling, like it was a like the thing that goes the swirly stairs up to the very top, and then it had blood everywhere on it. And then there was like a hand there, and it like twitched and stuff, and so we like started screaming and like freak out and everything. And wow, okay, sorry, I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, it's already been 8 minutes, and if I don't finish up the story before 15 minutes, then I'll continue it on my next blog, because I'll probably just start another blog after this one to tell you guys about the zombie apocalypse story. I'll just pick up where it was after 9 minutes. Okay, back to what I was saying. So the hand started like twitch and everything, and everyone started like freaking out, and then we heard this loud like screeching noise, like a high pitched screeching noise, and I was like, oh my god, what the heck was that? And then my friend Georgia, she's beat up a couple of people before, and so she was just like, okay guys, there's probably someone just pulling a prank on us. I'm gonna go up this flight of stairs and see what it is. And then we were all saying like, oh no, don't do that. Something might happen to you or something. And then they were like, oh no, don't worry. Nothing's gonna happen. And so she just stormed up the stairs, and I was like, oh wow, how stupid can this girl be? And I was like, I know that's kind of mean, but she was really stupid in that dream. I mean, usually she's really smart and saying like, okay guys, we need to get out of here and find like an adult or something. But no, she was actually really dumb on this one part. So okay, it was just like, okay, yeah. So she ran up the flight of stairs, not like walk, not anything like that, but she like super ran, kind of like a sprint, but she didn't sprint, she ran. Well, it wasn't a sprint at all, but she just ran up the stairs, and then I yelled and I screamed up at her, Georgia, no! Like at the top of my lungs, loud, but she already ran up there, and then it's been like maybe 45 minutes, and then she hasn't came back up. And I was like, okay, I'm the one who's responsible for you guys coming here, so I'm gonna go up and look for her. And everyone was saying, oh no, don't go. And then my friend Austin, he stood up and then he walked over to me and put his hand on my shoulder and said, okay, if you're going, I'm going. I was like, oh, that's sweet. You come with me to some fucking mass murder up here. That's a getting your friend. Oh, thank you. So I want to be alone, at least. So, okay, so me and Austin headed up the flight of stairs, but we weren't running because it made like a lot of noise. Like they were like metal stairs of some sort. I don't know, but it was like a really old rusty metal stuff. So like we were walking up and I'd make like little creaks in it, but not loud enough for anyone to hear, except if you were like super close to us, which we were like right next to each other. Um, so we started walking up, and then we were walking up, and then we were like almost to the top, maybe a little bit less than halfway to the top, and then we heard a scream, like a scream, and it belonged to Georgia. And so then I looked over at Austin, and then I said I have to go find her, and then I started running, and then he grabbed me by the shoulder or by the arm, wrist, the wrist, your wrist, yes, okay. He grabbed me by the wrist and then he like pulled me back and then he said, wait, no. And then I went to yell at him to like protest and then he put his hand over my mouth so I couldn't say anything. I was thinking like, oh man, now his hand on my mouth. Should I bite his hand to like get it off of my mouth so I can speak? And then I heard footsteps coming down the stairs and then we just both froze. And then we watched up the next like corner of the stairs and then we saw and then we saw like Georgia's boots, and I was thinking like, oh my God, Georgia, you're okay. What was that scream? Okay, so like I took his hand and I like yanked it off my mouth. Oh, sorry, my hair. Like yanked it off my mouth and said, Georgia, oh my God, you scared the heck out of us. Where have you been? And then she just kept coming, and I was thinking, and she wasn't answering. I was like, Georgia, hello, have you lost your hearing here? You scared the heck out of us. What's wrong with you? Why would you just come up here without anyone knowing, with a blood and a hand on the stairs? Why would you do this? I mean, if I were you, what I would not come up here. What I would have done is be smart. But she still wouldn't answer, and I was like yelling at her now, and like screaming and yelling. And then Austin took like started to look at me like all serious like, and then he looked back at Georgia, and then she just kept coming, and her head was down, and her hair was covering her face, and it's like she has short hair, and then like she has all this hair over on the side of her face that she keeps, and it was just like down in front of her, so like it was like a shield of hair covering her face. So I was thinking like, oh my gosh, what happened to her? Did she like get hit? Oh, not spider, just trash, just in case. You don't. Okay, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, did she get hit in the head? Was she like knocked out? Is that why she screamed? But why did she come down the stairs so slow? And it started to freak me out some, and I was like, okay, Georgia, you're kind of freaking me out here because you're just like walking off slow, like I don't know why. Okay, and then oh my God. Okay, and then like after that, she just like started like not running, but this time she was sprinting like towards us. And then I just stood there saying, Georgia, Georgia, what are you doing? Georgia, slow down. You're going to run into us. Georgia, stop, stop. And then all of a sudden, Austin tackled me to the side, and then we hit against like the handlebars. And then Georgia just slipped, and then she tumbled down sideways, and then she stopped, and then her whole head was like turned around, and I was like, oh my God, she's dead. She's dead. Oh my God. And I started to like cry and stuff, and then like Austin like had me, and I was like, oh my God, she's dead. like she moved. She got up and then she took her head and then she turned it right back around. And then like there was blood all in her teeth and then her eyes were like completely white. And then I was like, oh my God, what are you, Georgia? What happened? And I was like screaming at her and asking her a whole bunch of questions. Then she came at us. Then she came at me and Austin, and then he was just like, oh no. And then like, and then the first thing he did was pull his hand back, and then he punched her in the face, and then she just like stumbled backwards, and then like flew and stumbled backwards, hit the railing, and flipped over, and then started falling and falling and falling, and then she landed in between, like right through her stomach, this giant metal bar, and then I was like, oh my God. Okay, well it's been a little longer than 15 minutes, so I gotta go. Bye. I'll tell you